Welcome everyone to this debate on the Supreme Court's landmark ruling on triple talaq. The triple talaq, also known as talaq-e-bida, is a form of instant divorce practiced by some section of Muslim community in India. In 2017, the Supreme Court ruled it unconstitutional and in 2019, the government of India criminalized it under the Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Act. Today, we have two speakers representing opposing views on this ruling. Let's begin by understanding their perspective. Anubhav, you may start.
Thank you, ma'am. So, triple talaq was an unfair and arbitrary practice that violated the fundamental rights of Muslim women. The Supreme Court decision to strike it down was a victory for gender justice and equality. The practice was misused, leaving women abandoned without financial security. The ban ensures that the Muslim women enjoy same constitutional protection as other Indian citizens. Furthermore, Islamic scholars argue that the Taqlaq-e-ibad is not even mentioned in the Quran, making it an un-Islamic approach. The practice and the everything is very unconstitutional and un-Islamic. The government decision to criminalize was very necessary and dearest step for the protection of their citizens, especially the women citizens of India. Yeah.
So I do understand that it was a radical decision to implement triple talaq in our religious practices. But since gender justice is important, the way the government intervened in the personal laws of Muslims sets a dangerous precedent. Criminalizing triple talaq disproportionately targets Muslim men and creates legal complexities. Divorce is a civil matter, and making it a criminal offense is excessive. Many Islamic scholars you will find will argue that instead of a complete ban, reforms could have been introduced within the community itself. Moreover, if protection of women's rights was the real concern, why does the law not address their other issues like post divorce maintenance, financial security, and social rehabilitation of divorced women? Why are there no such? Yeah, please.
I think you have not understood the basic concept, and I'll repeat that for again for you. Is that, and I quote, the Islamic scholars have mentioned that it's not even written in the Quran. Okay, so you argue that the Ben interferences with the personal laws, but it should be constitutional right, be the second religious practice, right? Triple talaq denied women's right to equality and dignity. This is the very basic and the fundamental, basics of what the Supreme Court held it. The claim that reforms should come within the community ignorance. The claim that reforms should come from within the community ignorance with the fact that women have been fighting against for decades. This came into the picture because some wrong happened to someone. Also, saying the criminalization is harsh overtook the law need informants. The ban is not against Islamic law. It is against the specific patriarchal interpretation that oppressed women.
So I do understand that you are in support of Muslim women, and our religion also understand that how to treat our people, be that
Sir,
Muslims or
sorry to interrupt.
be that
It's not
men
about
or
the
women.
religion. Sorry to interrupt. It's not about the religion. It's about the welfare and safety for the basic human right one can deserve. And you can see various examples of different Islamic countries. They have this thing of banning triple talaq. So why India? India
Okay, let me
doesn't.
complete. Let me complete.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let me complete. So, if the goal was gender justice, why was the approach not extended to other religions? Hindu men who desert their wives do not face any imprisonment under a similar law. Case of the criminalization of triple talaq disproportionately punishes Muslim men, leading to unnecessary legal complications that they have to face for their whole life. The focus should have been on women's welfare rather than punishing men. The law fails to provide economic or social safeguards for divorced women. Moreover, there are already legal remedies available under the Domestic Violence Act and Muslim Women Act of 1986. Yeah, please continue.
Two things I want to say. First is it's not, punishing men. The person who is making a crime of giving an instant talaq is being punished. So everyone is not, called as a suspect or as a or everyone is not or every man is not here punished. And second is you took about the other religion and all. So sati was there, part of Hindu religion or the other religion. It was considered as a now a punishable and criminalization offense. So it is not confined to one religion or something like that. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now I have some questions for both of you. First, I have a question for Divyansh. If a husband divorces his wife through triple talaq in anger and abandons her, what immediate legal course does she have without this ban?
The Muslim Women Act 1986 already provides for maintenance and protection. Additionally, women can file cases under Section 125 of CRPC for maintenance. But criminalizing triple talaq does not necessarily help the woman, but rather makes the husband unavailable for financial support if failed. Now, I would like to ask Anubhav. Now, if you argue that triple talaq is unconstitutional, why are similar unilateral divorce rights available to men in other communities not criminalized? I'm not naming any other community. I'm just saying that other communities have do not face the tag of unconstitutional in their divorce practices, in their religious
I
beliefs.
feel I feel
Why
let's
only
not
triple talaq?
stretch
Yeah.
towards this debate has been called for a particular topic and particular reason. So I think we should be confined to that domain. And the debate is about specific case of instant triple talaq, which leaves no room for reconciliation. So I feel other religious communities have judicial process for divorce. Hindu man, if I say bluntly, it cannot just simply say I divorce you for three times, and the marriage end immediately. It doesn't work like that. And I'll give you a basic example of many Islamic countries, as I mentioned previously. They don't have this thing. So why are we supporting this thing in India? We say India is a secular country, we respect everyone, and here the agenda, I want to make it very clear, it is not against any religion. Again, I'm repeating, it's not against any religion. It's just what happened before this week, due to which this thing happened or this thing came into limelight, is a man has given instant divorce to a woman, leaving behind her like anything. No accountability, zero responsibility, zero financial support, nothing. So my only point is issue here is lack due to due process, which makes it very unconstitutional and one very unlawful.
So now, do you both have some closing statements to add?
Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and I'll support and I'll congratulate Supreme Court on going towards this direction and Government of India. The Supreme Court judgment upholds the woman's dignity and equality. And again, I'll repeat, it's irrespective of the, any religion, caste, creed, anything. Triple talaq was not only legally unfair, but it's also un-Islamic. I'll quote again, it's un-Islamic as mentioned by the Islamic scholars. The government took a necessary step in ensuring women are no longer the victims of outdated practice. While improvement can be made in providing economic support to divorced women, allowing triple talaq to continue was not an option. Thank you.
I would stick to my the initial stand, and I would like to stand by my statement. The ban and criminalization of triple talaq reflects selective interference in religious practices. I would repeat it. It's selective interference for religious practices which is targeted against Muslim men. Instead of promoting reforms and safeguards for women, this law has targeted only Muslim men disproportionately. Injustice should be about securing women's financial and social well-being, not about sending their husbands to jail. A civil approach would have been better than a criminal law. That's it. I would like to close my statement.
So, after hearing both the sides, we can conclude that while one side argues for women's right and constitutional justice, the other side questions the criminalization and its impact on the community. The topic remains a significant discussion point in India's socio legal landscape. Thank you for joining the debate.